Integrity is something that is talked about quite a lot. I hear it in lots of different settings, lots of different scenarios, talked about by lots of different people. And for a long time I knew what the word meant, but I didn't really know how that brought any value or any benefit to my life. I didn't have a deeper understanding of the concept of integrity and how it fit into my life. So I want to share with you the way that I now see integrity, because I've gone into deep inquiry on the topic, worked with many mentors who talk about integrity in their own way, and I've seen different concepts in different cultures talking about their own view of the world, and not necessarily using the word integrity, but coming up with systems which I think actually work very well with integrity. And bringing all of this together, I've kind of got a way that I understand integrity and a framework in which I use it. So if we consider the different areas of our lives, let's name just a few: health, money, relationships, career, parenting, hobbies, spirituality, faith. We could go on and on. But if we consider these different areas of our lives, let's take the first three I mentioned: health, relationships, and money. The way that I see integrity is that I have, let's call it, an integrity bank account for each of these areas. Now, the way that this integrity bank account works is that if I do something positive in that area of my life, something which serves to help it expand, then I make a deposit into that particular integrity bank account. Whereas if I do something negative in an area of my life, something which only serves to make that area contract or become less, then I make a withdrawal. Now, as with a normal bank account, I have to generally be depositing more than I'm withdrawing. Otherwise, I will go into my overdraft and I will go into debt. So let's take health as an example. Making a deposit into the integrity bank account of my health would be exercising in some way, would be eating a healthy meal, would be removing processed sugars from my diet, something of this nature. Making a withdrawal from the integrity bank account of my health would be something like eating a big McDonald's, or deciding not to exercise and just sit on the couch for a long period of time, or deciding I'm gonna go and drink 15 pints of beer and eat a big greasy kebab at the end of the night, or something like this. Now, if I'm making more deposits, i.e. most of my time is spent exercising and eating healthily, then I am withdrawals, i.e. eating terribly and not exercising, then generally I'll be in good health. The integrity bank account of my health will be in the positive. However, if I'm only exercising every now and then, and the vast majority of my meals are unhealthy, full of processed sugar and crap, then I'm going to be out of integrity with my health. And we can apply this same principle to any of the areas of our lives. Finance, we can say the same thing. If I'm working as hard as I can and fulfilling my potential, my earning potential, then that's one way to be making deposits. So if I'm putting a percentage of my earnings aside for tax, another percentage for savings, and then paying my bills after that, and only spending from what remains, then that's a deposit in my integrity bank account. Whereas if I'm not bothering to go to work, not bothering to fulfill my earning potential, then it's a withdrawal from my financial integrity bank account. If I am being paid and immediately going out and buying loads of frivolous things without putting aside my allocation for tax, my allocation for savings, and my allocation to pay my bills, then I'm making withdrawals from my financial integrity bank account. And ultimately what's going to happen is I'm going to go into integrity debt with my finances, and that leads to actual financial debt and ultimately some bad things. If we look at our final example of the 3 here with relationships, it's the same thing. If I'm making deposits, then what does that mean? Spending good quality time with the people I care about. Being there for the people I care about when they need me. Not being a doormat, not being always available, making sure that I give myself good quality time so that when I am needed, I'm the best version of myself and I can really, really be there for them. These are all deposits in the relationship integrity bank account. What would be withdrawals? Well, treating those nearest and dearest to you like crap. Never being there for the people when they need you. Being there, but being a disconnected, non-interested version of yourself. Breaking promises that you may have made. Now it's exactly the same here as it was with the other 2 examples. If we make more withdrawals than we do deposits, we fall out of integrity in our relationships and things break. Whereas if we're making more deposits than we are withdrawals, then we are in a positive situation. So this is the framework that I feel is really useful when we are looking at integrity. Looking at the different areas of our lives and asking ourselves the question, am I in integrity in that area of my life, or am I out of integrity? Is the integrity bank account in debt, or is it nice and healthy? So this is the most useful way to use integrity within our lives. At least it's the most useful way that I've personally found. Now I can go far deeper with this because there are many more layers with this framework which make it even more useful in my opinion. But what I've shared today is just a starting point. I think that if we're looking at our lives and finding it overwhelming to kind of stay on top of everything, just a little bit of organization, a little bit of compartmentalization, putting things into certain areas, applying the principle of the integrity bank account to these areas, and just managing it in a really sensible way. Just making sure that we make more deposits than we do withdrawals, and we'll be fine. One final piece. I've noticed that we can be in the positive in all of our integrity bank accounts, but if one of them happens to be absolutely out of integrity, if one of those integrity bank accounts is so far in debt it's worrying, then it has the effect of causing chaos across all of the others. Just a point to note. And I think that comes back to one of the universal laws which we know to be balance. We have to have some kind of balance